Time to get this engine jacked up. Welcome back to Secondhand Overland. This 4.7 engine needs to be put onto the engine stand. So we can flip it over, pull the pan off, and check all the rod bearings. So that's what I'm most concerned about. So here we go. Okay, we got it on the stand. We have to flip it over next. See what falls out. Let's see if we can very carefully turn it over. Fortunately, it has a pin. It's really in there. Wow. Okay, now that we have the pin out, I hope it's not too heavy. Alright, here we go. Oh, never mind. Almost made a mistake. It's still full of water and oil. Time to drain the water and oil out of it first. Silly me. Put the pin back in. Take the oil filter out first. Wow, that just happened. I can't believe that just happened. No matter how hard you try to keep things clean, it never happens. Standard. There's a magnet on the end of the oil plug. Oil plug back in so we can turn it over. But I think I still got to drain the antifreeze too. Stripped it off. So let's see. Do this. Engines. Let's see if that's a little closer. Well. Magic. Stay away. Don't get near the antifreeze. Please don't get near the antifreeze. Okay. Drag up this way a bit. Oh, no way. Oh, but that bolt is too long. Who thought, who knew? Wrong bolt in it. Cut that thing off. Crap, I guess I could have turned the camera off for that little episode. Oh, where's my safety glasses? Yes, we're going to cut this bolt off. Okay, next time I do this, I'll charge the battery. Okay, let's continue. Roll, roll, roll. Too bad. Ooh, got really heavy. Yeah. Upside down. There we go. Upside down. Next is to get the oil pan off and see what's wrong with this engine. Alright guys, I gotta pull the oil pan off so we can check inside here and see if there's any connecting rod bearings that have let go. Hopefully it's not worn out so bad that we can't just replace the bearings, which would be optimum at this point because I don't want to sink a lot of money into this Jeep. Right now we'll pull the oil pan off. Ta-da! And yes, it was a windage tray that I bent upwards, which probably A lot of many a Jeep guy has possibly done. Hey, Jeep guys? Oh no, you Jeep guys, you would already know what you've done. Well, look at that. Ain't she pretty? Yes. Oop, sorry. Alright, watch. Oh, this is always so satisfying. Yeah, I feel metal. Oh yeah, look at that. Oof, what the hell would that be? Is like carbon. Looks like burnt carbon burn or something. Some sort of carbon. You get filings all through this thing. So, this is not looking great. At all. Not looking good at all. Magic cabin. Okay. This probably looks like it's a 13 millimeter. Along with that. And that one. You have to take the sump tube off. Or pickup tube. Whatever you want to call it. Alright. It's like ½ inch here. Just a nut. Probably don't want to lose down inside the end. Yeah. Okay, it looks like Jeeps uses a press fit tube, and it has an O-ring in it. So just so you all know, everybody knows that there's an O-ring in there. You don't want to lose that O-ring. Probably best to put it back on the tube in case it ever falls at the engine. Then you know it's there, right? Next we take the windage tray off and see what we find underneath. I don't like this. This is probably the gasket tray. You buy the whole thing. They probably charge you $500 for it. It doesn't say Jeep on it. Where's the Jeep logo? There's a crank. Let's see which one's wiggling. Alright, so we're going to turn it to here first, so let's look at those ones. And they don't sound too bad, they're not wiggling. Go this way. I think the engine turned over this way. Oh, I think I found our bad guy. I think our bad guy's back here. Look at that. You can see the movement on him. Everybody else looks pretty good. That guy's floating around. Pretty sure. It's kind of weird how he's a lot more clean than these ones, eh? The oil's been flowing past it. Check this out. I'll pull it up. So, from what I can tell, it's just my observation, this cap is really clean. A lot of oil has flowed past this cap. This cap's still got rid of the burn on it, right? It's still got color. But that one has changed color. Bet you anything. Well, better not say that on camera. But, I had a good feeling that this is the bad one. So we're going to pull these back two first and just see. Okay, not 10 millimeter. They're either 11 or, yeah, they're 11 millimeter. 7/16. Okay, let's get this thing cracked open. There. So check them both. We're in this one anyways. Okay. These are loose. I'm going to put these on my new shelf right here, my new tool bench. Carefully remove these bolts so we don't lose them. Fine thread. Interesting, they got a slot in the end there. Wonder if that signifies something. End slot. Let's say foot-pounds? 8 PT. Not sure. We'll clean it up. Alright. Time to shine. Oh yeah, look at that. That popped right off there. That doesn't look too good. Let's see this bearing looks chewed. Well, there you have it, folks. Can't deny that this is exactly what happened there. It smashed out. It looks like cylinder number 8. Looks like it smashed out number 8. That's not very good, eh? So, how's our wrist been? Well, it feels okay. So let's see if we damaged our crank or not. Or is this savable? This might be savable. Let's hope it didn't spin. It looks like it didn't spin, so it's just been leaking a lot of oil. I don't know. It was literally maybe on the borderline of dying. Okay, let's take a look at the journal. We got a little bit of shiny on there. It's not super grooved. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not super grooved. We may be super lucky. We might be able to clean this up. I'm going to check the next journal. But we might be able to clean this up. It was literally on the borderline of being a spun bearing. Yeah. Totally. Literally on the borderline of being a spun bearing. So these two bearings are definitely, this connecting rod bearing is definitely bad. We might have saved it before it had too much stuff go through the oil system. You know, anybody that wanted to last really long time, they would put a lot of money into it, but quite honestly, I just want to drive it and see how it works and see how one of these performs. I've never had one, so, you know, I can rebuild it again later if I want, or even make it much better if I want, upgrade it, you know, bore it out, whatever. First off, just want to make it run. Make it run good so I can drive down the road without thinking it's going to blow up. Alright, next cap. Proof. Put these in the front. Use the phone. Okay, check that out. This bearing's still okay. We got lucky. So we're not even really worn through. So it only really lost pressure on one. Weird. One bearing. I'll check the rest of them anyways afterwards, but you know, I think we know what is causing our rod knock. This is the connecting rod right here. Engine connecting rod, engine crank, connecting rod cap, bearing, of course. And wiggly seasickness. Sorry. These here are the bearings, which like literally were on their way. Really hard driving, it would have taken out the crank. I think we're okay with the crank. I am not going to guarantee anything after this point because I don't have the money to rebuild it 100%. I have just enough money to make it run again. So, sorry but not sorry. It does have some scoring on it though. Push this one down a bit and see how it looks. Alright. Well, it's stuck on the connecting rod, which is a good sign, so going to have to find some really fine emery cloth, so we'll get this sorted out and get it fixed up. Alright, you two people, and all the people that are following my channel, and any new subscribers that are subscribed, thank you for subscribing. We got a lot more engines, interesting stuff, a lot more interesting stuff to take apart, figure out what's wrong, diagnose, try and get as much information into the videos for you guys as I can. That's pretty much the plan. Oh, hey, there's a crank sensor all the way down there. This is the clock ring for the crank. Notice the different size gappings of teeth at different intervals. I'm going to guess that the rest of the bearings are probably in pretty good shape. I'm not going to guarantee they're in great shape. You can never know until you totally take it apart. But we'll take them off just to check them out, because it's probably best to buy a whole set if you're doing a set back here, and you can still get away with a standard set of bearings to put through it and clean up the crank. You know, this might be a fluky chance that this actually works, because I'm not feeling like a single groove. I'm not feeling grooves in it at all. It just looks like maybe the most lightest of scoring, like literally the most lightest of scoring. I'm going to pray that it's okay. And if we put a brand new oil pump in it, we'll get some life back out of it. I guarantee we're going to get a little bit of life back out of it. How much, I don't know. It would depend on how much wear is in the wrist pins and ring wear, piston wear, so on and so forth. But, you know, the plugs have never been changed. You can see how much soot is in the cylinder. So this thing probably does still have a little bit of blow-by, but, you know, it's an older engine. Fix it cheap, get her back on the road, eh? Fun times are coming. Thank you for following along.